Hi. Good evening, everyone. So we are here for the YIC Young Inventors Challenge online training on guideline for you to prepare the invention pitch video and project report. So we have like almost 125 participants here, and our project director, Mr. Tan Che Hao, is here for you to for the presentation and to guide you through the process on how to participate in the next stage of the competition. So I would like to invite Mr. Tan Che Hao to start with the training session. Over to
Hi,
you, sir.
thank you, Anita. Hi, good afternoon and good evening to everyone. Before we start the guideline session today, I just want to let all of you know that today's session is actually quite light, right? It is going to give you a thought process and the thinking of what judges want to see in the next round, right? When it comes to your pitch video and also your project report writing. As you all know, today's training is the first one after you have gone into the next round, right? So there will be subsequent trainings all the way to the end of September. Today's is the first. The next one, which is I think critical also, is the one next week, where Dr. Norain, who is the chief judge, will be talking about the judging system, right, for the pitch video as well as the project report moving forward. So without further ado, let's move on to the next slide. So first of all, I just want to let you guys know, 178 teams made it to the next round, right? Your papers were reviewed by almost 150 judges. And when I say 178 teams, why 178 teams? Because you guys scored 38 marks and above, all right, out of 50. So I would like to congratulate you guys on behalf of ASTI, as well as the YIC's committee, as well as the secretariat. Could you guys give yourself a hands of applause for making it into the next round? Right? Okay, let's move on forward. So just a little bit of the background for this year's competition. As you guys can see on the screen, actually during registration, about 401 teams registered for this year's competition. So it's a lot, right? And proposal submissions, it was 326. The one who made it and shortlisted to the next round is 178. So quite significant when you look at in terms of numbers, right? Okay, I think this is something which is important, and announcement that I want to remake, right, is that I think during the announcement of the shortlisted teams, you have also been informed that we will be going back online this year. One of the reasons why the committee and the secretary made that decision is after we send out a feedback form to all the shortlisted teams, as you can see in this table, about 2/3 of the shortlisted team requested for the session to be done online, right? So based on this feedback, we have all decided to have the subsequent part of the competition to be back online, right? So, okay, let's move on to timeline. Right, this is the first page. You have gone through all this. We are here at the shortlisted team announcement, right? Moving forward, today, we are doing the first training. There will be more trainings, not to August, but all the way to September. And between July and September, we expect the teams to start their invention preparation, right? And then on the 10th of September, 2024, the teams are to submit their invention pitch video as well as their project report. In the month of September, the marking and finalization of the top shortlisted teams will be done by the group of judges. And in October 2024, the announcement of the top 30 teams will be made, and we will inform you to start preparing for the Viva session. In November, after the Viva session, the winners will be announced. Now, just hold on, yeah, something. What are the requirements for your prototype or small scale models? Right, some of you may be asking, okay, I'll be doing videos. This is going to be online. We're going to do video. We're going to write a report, right? So we want to see that your prototypes or scale models actually work in the video when you're presenting it, right? So your prototype should be functioning and working, right? It should be non-hazardous, and it should be cost effective. You know, it work within your budget. Now, let me digress a bit, and we go on to, we have had this competition for a while, and these are some of the questions that team members normally ask, right? The first question is, what is our next step? What do we need to do next, right? So teams are required to start preparing your actual invention and innovation. You need to start working on your invention pitch video based on your actual prototype, and to work on your project reports based on your actual invention and innovation. Part 2, the invention requirements or tips on the step-by-step process of constructing an invention. Your invention should be functional or working when you are showing it in the video. Your invention should be based on your approved proposal, and it should, as mentioned earlier, it should be non-hazardous and also cost-effective. Okay, these are important administrative questions, right? Let's say that during your first stage, when you send in your submission, right, and you want to change, in your proposal was shortlisted, and you know, after shortlisting, you want to change the proposal a little bit, right? You want maybe, let's say you're doing a prototype on a car, and you realize that the windscreen, you want to change it. Can you do that, right? So my advice would be, please send an official request to the judging panel via the email here, yic2510@gmail.com, at the latest, no later than 15 August 2024, to inform us, you know, and explain to us what the changes are to your project, right? And then the committee will decide whether it is a critical change or just a minor change, right? If it's a minor change, it doesn't really change your proposal that much. Normally, the secretariat and the committee members will approve it, right? Now, that is also the case. Now, there's another question also normally coming up is, you know, I was shortlisted, but you know, because when I was doing my prototype and stuff like that, I feel that I want to change my whole proposal now. Right now, this is a bit more critical, right? So again, same as above, you write to us yic2510@gmail.com before 15 August 2024. You need to describe to us in detail what project change you're trying to make, and whether, you know, and how critical is it, right? And what the reasoning why you want to change it. This one definitely, the committee and secretariat will have to sit through, you know, a longer period of time to assess and make the decision to see whether we would allow you to move on to the next stage. Okay, back to the more important part, right? The guidelines and format for invention pitch video and project report writing. The short listed teams of YIC 2024 are required to submit 2 things: the invention pitch video, which should not be longer than 5 minutes, and the project report, which should be no more than 5 pages. Now, just trying to zoom in and trying to figure out what the judges want to understand about your prototype, right? So in your pitch video, the judges want to know and understand the problem that you are trying to solve and your invention, and what kind of solution that it provides to solve that problem that you have identified. Also, because when you're trying to solve problems, you're trying to create an invention. It is very important for you to be able to communicate your invention to other people, right? So the judges also want to see your communication skills and your ability to relate scientific principles to your invention in relation to the team. So remember, this year's theme is still the Sustainable Development Goals, right? Also, you guys are working in a team of between 3 to 5, right? So we also want to see in the video, how you guys coordinate your work to get the whole project, successful, and for you all to present that enthusiasm as a team, right, in the video. We are open to any form of creativity and resourcefulness in your video making. So some of the questions is they will ask is, can I use animations? Can I use creative audio or video to make my video more interesting? Yes, you can, right? However, just remember, if you're using specific apps, or you're using videos from other people, just like how you write your proposals and everything, please source where you got the videos, and audios from. Okay. So now we zoom in more into the little bit of details. First of all, in the video, we want to know who you are, what's your team name, what's your school name, and who are the members, right? This next one is, of course, as I mentioned earlier, your proposals are based on this year's theme, and the theme is for Sustainable Development Goals, right? So you need to clarify with us in the video what Sustainable Development Goals you're trying to achieve in addressing the targeted problem. We would advise you to not give us too many SDGs. I mean, 1 or 2 is good enough. And from that team, what problems are you trying to address? Okay, so now earlier we talked about problems, right? So based on your problems, what is your invention or your innovation, right? You can provide us an invention or the innovation title. Describe to us what your invention or innovation is, right? From there, we will try to understand whether your invention or innovation is original from you, or what you have tried to tweak, what you try to change, all right, your creativity in making new inventions, and how your invention solves the problem that you stated earlier, right? And as mentioned earlier, we want you to be able to show us in the video that your prototype simulation is actually working, right? Of course, with creativity and clarity. And as per the, this is a Young Inventors Challenge. So basically, every time you come up with a prototype or a new invention, there should be scientific principles to support your invention and innovation. So we are hoping that in the video, you can explain to us a little bit on the adoption, adaptation of scientific concepts in the invention and innovation. Of course, based on this, you take scientific principles and everything, you probably have references and case studies that you want to link to the scientific principles. Okay, the next one. Now, what are the advantages of your invention or innovation? Probably some of you will be probably creating some inventions which may feel or look similar to some products which are already in the market, right? So we want you to compare your innovation and invention to other solutions that may solve the same problem, right? Please list the benefits and societal impact of your invention and innovation. And then target users, these are important, right? Every time you come up with a new prototype or stuff like that, there is a certain group of users that you are actually targeting, right? So for instance, Maybe you are targeting something in the kitchen, right? So maybe your target user is a housewife, right? Or children in the kitchen. Maybe it's something to do with, safety in the kitchen, right? So that's the question of why do you choose them, or who you choose and why you choose them as the target users. The next one is addressing the methodology employed in the production of the invention and innovation. So here, we want to understand also what's the thought process that you had, right, in trying to come up with the prototype or the invention, right? So what materials do you use to produce the prototype? Is it for safety? Is it cost? Is it cost, or is it for reliability, right? And also we want to try and understand the environmental impact that why you use some of these materials and how your invention can help reduce environmental impacts. Some of you, if you have seen past videos, you will see that some inventions use second time use plastics, or reuse of papers. Those are things that you can explain to us. There's a reason why, for example, my prototype uses newspapers or reuse plastics, right? So that one, we bring down the cost, and number two, we get to reuse these materials, right? You're giving them a second life. Okay. Third is explain to us the practicality of your invention and innovation. And sometimes, right, some inventions or innovations are an improvement on top of what products you already see in the market today, right? So maybe you can explain to us also what improvements you have made to your products, to your invention or your prototype to make it better than the normal products that you see in the market currently, right? Now, and every time you do your prototype, as you go through that process of thinking and then converting the idea into the prototype, you will realize the pros and cons of your product, right? And the thinking process as well. So please explain to us, what makes your product so good, better than the usual. And in that process also, the weaknesses of your product and your invention, right? Okay, the last part on the pitch video is on the quality of video making to gauge efforts put into the presentation itself. So there will be two portions here. One is on the soft skills, right? Again, videos and also the reports are done in English, right? As mentioned. We want to see confidence and clarity when you present yourself. And we also give scoring based on the flow and appearance of the whole pitch video. Other things where we assess are the audio visual quality, the graphics that you put in place to make the judges understand your prototype easier, and also other things such as the resolution of your video, the quality of your video, and the editing skills, right, that you put in to make the video more interesting. Now we go into the project report writing. There's a few things that you need to be preparing for us. First of all, in the project report, you should tell us about the problem statement. It should be short, clear, and concise. Number two, again, as mentioned in the pitch video as well, you need to inform us and tell us how is your invention relevant to the theme, right? So in this case, this year's theme again is the Sustainable Development Goals. You need to mention that to us. Number three, a description of the invention. What's its purpose? What's its objective? And make it clear and easy for the judges to understand, right? Number four, the scientific principles relevant to the invention. As mentioned earlier, as per the video as well. Inform us what the scientific principles are, and if possible, provide us references and case studies to to make it easier for the judges to understand. Number 5, originality, right? We want to see whether your invention is novel. And we want to give a good justification of your invention. And I think this part is important as per the video or reports, right? ASTI, the committee, as well as the secretariat, do not take copying and plagiarization easily, right? There have been many cases where proposals have been dropped because we have caught teams plagiarizing directly, right? So again, we are not here to, we are not policing, right? But as mentioned earlier, if you were to take a quotation or anything from someone else or from a journal, please reference it. I think that's where things make it more important, right? Now, also in your project report, we would like to see, because judges are just humans, and just like you guys, reading long context, 5 pages of context can be quite boring sometimes, right? So sometimes diagrams with specific specifications and technicality can really go a long way, helping the judges, to try to zoom in and understand your invention more, right? So here we are talking about detailed diagrams or figures with specification, methodology, and test parameters. You can explain everything. If you can explain all of this in the diagram, that would be fantastic for the judges. Also, some teams will want to provide data and results which are well tabulated for the judges. Number 7, you write about your benefits of the invention or innovation, and the benefits of the invention stated and explained, right? Number 8, the conclusion and future projects. So why earlier in the pitch video as well, we asked you what you have the pro and your con, right? So you know the weaknesses of your invention. So here in the conclusion, we want to see whether your invention is consistent and relates to the problem statement that you have provided to us. And if you have made a good comparison with existing inventions, and if there's additional info which supports the invention in terms of scalability, practicality, or as I mentioned earlier, why we asked you about the con. So what's your future project? So things like what's your future project as well in your project reports, things you want to improve upon, right? Things that you want to improve upon from the prototype you're going to provide to us. So you can start preparing your working prototype, your invention pitch video, and your project report. The submission deadline, as mentioned earlier, I need to emphasize this because this is important, is on the 10th of September 2024. The submission link will be given later by the Secretariat through the usual channels. So for more details, kindly email to yic2510@gmail.com. Now, just to entice you and to remind you again why you're in this competition, right? These are the prizes that is going to be provided by the YIC competition. First place winner, the platinum winner, gets 2,500 ringgit. There will be 2 gold award winners who will each receive 1,500 ringgit. There will be 5 silver award winners, which will receive 1,000 ringgit, and 7 bronze award, which will receive 700 ringgit. There will also this year be 15 consolation prizes. Now, this is just an announcement on behalf of ASTI. I think the ASTI is aware that you guys are teams come in and out of YIC every year, and every year you produce inventions or ideas, right? These ideas or inventions are quite interesting, and the ASTI committee have decided that if any one of you are interested, right, you are dedicated enough to try to who are dedicated to want to move your prototype further, right? you can come and speak to ASTI, where they, after understanding, perhaps they can talk about sponsorship from other organizations or companies to assist you to push your prototype further, right, into real commercialization, to real products that can be commercialized, right? So, don't be shy. If you're interested to explore more, do reach out to ASTI. ASTI will do their best to see what they can do for you. So, as mentioned, this is going to be a very short session, right? And thank you very much, everyone, for participating today. I'm quite happy because, there's 236 people in the session today. It's a very big group, right? And pass the floor back to the Secretariat for question and answers.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Team, you can ask your question. You can unmute yourself and ask verbally, or you can type it in the chat box. We will read your question and prepare the answer, give you the answer. So I have one person, Bimbo. He asks, "Hi, will the recording be provided to the participant?" Yes.
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will provide the recording. Hello, sir. Are we allowed to add some videos from the internet?
Yes, you are allowed, as mentioned earlier, please reference the video that you're going to put into your pitch video, right? Please link, at least provide us, a link of that video.
And then can you share the slide and video? Yes, we will share the slide as well as the video as well. I just curious, but everyone gets a digital certificate or only the winners?
Everyone will get a digital certificate, especially for those teams who have been shortlisted.
So all the 178 teams and all the members will be getting the certificate of participation, and the top 30 will get the certificate of awards, specifically like platinum, gold, silver, and bronze, and consolation as well. Is there any format for reference?
Yes, there are the normal format of references, right? Which I think some of you, if you go on Google and check on the way how references are made, you can explore a little bit and see how, in the scientific and how the people in the scientific line actually write their references. You can actually check that through Google. But what I can do is I can also clarify with the Secretariat later to give you a guideline of that. Just, the format. I'll check with the judging team, right?
Okay, so next one, do you have a suggested format for the paper? You mean they're asking about the report, I think.
Yes, I think this is about the report. I think further clarity will be given during next week's session in regards to the format of the paper, because I think we will cover also the marking method next week as well.
So actually, basically format is on the table that you show for the paper. So they have to have all these element, all the 7 to 8 elements, then it's covered. So we don't have any specific format, but the marks is allocated for each of the item line.
Thank you for that clarity, Juanita. And also remember, right, when you write your format paper, no more than 5 pages, right?
Yes, yes. Is there a minimum number of member that must show up in the pitch video?
Yes, I would advise that all team members, don't be shy. Please show up in the video because you are part of the team, right? That made the invention. So all of you worked hard for it. So I think all of you should be in the video. No one should be excluded, right?
Yes. And then if they are shortlisted, then the judges will be referring to the video, right? So if there is
Yes.
one person not there, so they will consider it as the it's an additional member.
Yeah.
So you must be very careful on this matter. Hi, sir, madam. Good day. Just like last year, is there a project management competition?
Interesting question. So far, we are still discussing with our what you call this, co-organizer co-partner in regards to the project management competition, right? And we have not had any clarity so far on whether to proceed or not. However, fret not, right? I hope to give you good news in regards to the project management competition soon. Just seek your patience for the time being.
Thank you, sir. So we have another one. Are we allowed to interview and expose different people that are related to our product? Example, people who use our product.
Sure, but I would advise the teams to, of course, get the approval from these people or these participants who want to be in your video. As long as they give the okay, I don't think we have much of an issue there.
Okay, next one. May we know the duration of the video and minimum number of pages?
For the report, right?
Yes.
So, as mentioned earlier, duration of the video is not more than 5 minutes, right? And the minimum number of pages for the report,
5 pages.
Not the maximum is 5 pages, right? Minimum we don't have, but my feel is very simple, right? You can write a 1 page, and you can convince the judge, or you can get the judge to understand your prototype so well that they give you a good marks. Then by all means, please try to do that. But normally, a range of between 3 and 5 would be comfortable for the judges.
Okay, next one, sir. Sir, we need to create a 5 minutes long video and a report, right? Yes. Yes, they asking the same question again.
Yeah.
Yes, you need to create the 5 minutes long video and a report. Good evening. Should our invention in the pitch video be completed already, or can it be a proposal?
It should be functioning. I think that is important, right? As mentioned earlier in the in the presentation, the invention should be functioning.
Okay. I heard that the member limit is 3 to 5, but originally I thought it was 2 to 5. Could you please clarify that?
Yeah, I think I spoke too fast just now. Just so to clarify, it's 2 to 5. You're right.
2 to 5, yes. When is the deadline to send our prototype?
Anita, we mentioned
there is no deadline to send their prototype. It has to be recorded as a video, functional video, and submitted. Like it has to be inserted in your pitch video itself. So you won't be sending us the actual product, but it will be sent through the pitch video where you will show that prototype is working. Nizam. Okay. Kathleen, hi. What other things must we mention in our video besides showing
the
function
function.
of the prototype?
Yeah, as mentioned earlier, I think it's important. I think besides the video recording that the secretariat is going to share with you, she's also going to share the presentation that I've provided to you. I think you can go through the presentation again. There are some things, right? Like I mentioned, number one, the objective of your invention, right? How is your invention linked to this year's theme, which is Sustainable Development Goal, your problem statement, and then based on your invention, how do you solve the problems, right? And some other some other details that I spoke about earlier. Maybe you can go through the slides again, and if you have any concerns, you can write into us. Then maybe we can explain further.
Okay, the next one. Do we send in our physical prototype or only a video?
All right, so this is a repeat question from earlier. Yes, you only share your physical prototype, which is functioning, on the video. You do not have to send in the physical prototype to us.
Okay. So one more, is any font acceptable? I think they asking for the report.
Yes, in
Yes.
regards to report, I think normally it is Time New Romans at 12, right?
12, yes. And then is it okay if we register a second coach for the team? We did not have the option to write more than one coach during the registration. Yes, you can. You can
can.
have, each group can have maximum of 2 coach, 2 mentors. Do we do physical or video or both?
Okay, as mentioned earlier, because of the overwhelming interest of teams, right, the shortlisted teams to have the competition go online, we will the event, sorry, the competition will be fully online moving forward for this year. So there will no longer be a physical session, right?
Do the 5 pages include the cover page and the table of contents? No. So cover page, table of content, no. The content starting from the name of the participant until the conclusion is considered the 5 pages.
Yes, correct.
Is it the
Is it the scientific
what is that?
can use for university or work?
Certificate, is it?
I think so.
Can you
Or maybe can Ahmad Bakir please clarify your question to us again?
Okay, so the next one. Hi, can we add any photos or videos of the building process?
Yes, please. That would be very helpful, and that will help you actually. So at least the judges will know that you know they can have a clear picture or that you are actually really building your prototype.
Okay, hello sir. Does the prototype have to be fully working or just partially?
Fully working.
Fully working.
Yeah.
Do you have any example of pitch video from the previous years?
Secretariat, have you shared some of the videos?
No, sir. We don't share because we don't want them to copy exactly what the other team has presented previously.
Okay,
So
understand.
usually we don't share. But I can share some of the during the launch, there is 4 teams,
Yes.
they have agreed to give the video, so I can share
Yeah.
that. So these
Yeah.
teams, they can know.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's already uploaded in the YouTube.
Sure.
When is the deadline to send our prototype? 10 September, someone has answered. Okay. Hello, sir.
Okay.
How can we receive the certificate? Is it through email also? Yes.
Okay.
The digital certificate will be emailed to you with the link,
Okay.
so you can download as a digital copy. Good.
Hello, I have a question.
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah, we are team from Kuala Lumpur. The team is the name is Intuflate, and it is about
Hi.
an intubation, a new research prototype about safe intubation. And this is a joint research program with University Malaya. And how am I to prove to you that the prototype is fully functioning, since it involves the sample is a patient, and it is like it's not fully functioning, but we are going to register for IP patented, because we had done this research in Japan Super Science Fair. But how am I going to prove to you that it's fully functioning, since it has to go through few stages until we can market the product, because it involves medical equipment in the OR operation room, and the target is the patient in the OR room. So how am I going to explain to the judges that our team is actually dealing with the medical research prototype?
Sure.
Intuflate is about the normal intubation, when it can cause broken teeth, laceration of the upper airway tissue. And what we design is about creating a soft inflatable material from the polyisoprene, which is safe, that we use what you call that, oxygen canister to like the putty tube, where it elongate into the trachea. So how am I going to prove to you that we had done this research in Japan, but how am I going to prove to the judges that it is fully functioning when I haven't tested on the patient in the operation room yet?
Okay, no worries about this. I take into account your team's invention, right?
Yeah.
I will bring this up. We discuss it with the committee and the secretariat, and I'll bring it back. Then we will respond to you.
Because
Yeah.
it is in the initial stage of creating this soft, safer way under SDG health to create a safer intubation to minimize issues in the operation room, such as broken teeth, upper airway laceration.
Understand.
This soft inflatable tube is going to be inserted into the trachea of the patient. And how am I going to prove to you that it is in the production where it is in the stages of trial and error?
As mentioned earlier, I will get back to you on this. Yeah.
All right.
If
Thank you
we
so
need to
much.
discuss, we
Yeah.
will contact
Teach-
with
Yeah.
you.
Teacher,
Thank you
can
so
you
much.
send us an email
Yeah.
putting all
Yeah.
these details and
Evidence
and
as
also
well.
and also mention that you are going to apply for IP or all the things. Then we will discuss with the committee and give you an official
Sure.
reply.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
the IP is actually suggested by the Japan
Yeah.
Super Science Fair. Yeah, they asked us to register our
Yes.
patent our product.
Okay.
So we are
Okay.
going
Fine.
to after we have finished this with YIC. Yeah.
Sure,
Thank you
sure,
so.
teacher. Thank
Yeah,
you so
thank you
much.
so much. Yeah, thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Yeah.
And then okay, good evening. Maybe no, the font for the report already replied.
Yeah, so
During-
it's just to report, just to remind, it's font size 12 time New Roman. Yeah.
Okay. During the video pitch, can we take the video only up to neck and can be seen, or must be full body?
As mentioned earlier, it's up to you. As long as it's creative enough and it's you're able to convey your invention and the information required to the judges, to get their attention and their understanding.
Hi, sir and ma'am. Can you explain more about IP? We are interested. Thank you so much.
Hi Priya, could you write back to us through the email that we were discussing about earlier, right? The YIC email, just to state your interests, and then I will bring it up together with Wanita here to the ASTI to discuss more about your interests, right?
Okay, are there anything that can get us for university or work like certificate? So maybe they're asking whether they can get they can get a certificate, is it? Idea incubator, finish. Your question is not clear. Are you asking whether the certificate can be used for the university application? Is that your question?
The certificate is meant to, acknowledge that you have gone through the Young Inventors Challenge process, right? Of going through the process of actually converting your ideas into new or prototypes, or
Yeah.
even earlier mentioned by, the teacher Hanis, your services or processes, right? And whether how detail of it will help you to get into university or work. I think it can be a supplement document just to to let the other side know that you have done something interesting, right? Next question.
So to add on, for the Malaysian teams, they can claim the PJSK marks. So this is approved by Ministry of Education. And since we have like more than 300 teams, so YIC will be considered as an international competition. So all the participants, they can claim for the participation under the international category, and the winners can claim as well. Okay.
So interesting things from the secretariat, right?
Yeah. Do we have to show our face in the video?
Yes, please do.
Yes, please. So we don't want the judges to get confused when you are shortlisted. So there is no people in the video, and we are not sure like you are the one that did the video. So there might be this miscommunication. So better to have your face in the video. Good evening. Is it okay to collaborate a company that relate to our project? Collaborate with a company.
Sure, I don't see that as a problem. I think that's a very good thought process, right? So there have been past proposals and videos where teams have their advisor, but they also work with universities, even sometimes with government agencies and authorities, right? As well as in your case, your question with companies, right? To further test their product or get better ideas on improving the invention. Shouldn't be a problem there, but as per the referencing, as I mentioned earlier, please give credit to your partners as well when you go through this process. Yeah. It's an interesting question by Arisa. Is there any limitations to our prototype? Normally, we'll be just expecting one prototype, but if it's already been part of your proposal writing, and that's the reason why you got shortlisted in the first place, I don't see an issue with that, right? Do remember, right? You're limited to 5 minutes of video time and 5 pages of the report writing. So I would suggest and advise you to strategize how you want to fit.
Okay, sir. Next, hi, how about the report? Is there a fixed format, or should we do it similar to article style with abstract and etc.? So since this question is coming up frequently, I think I will do a format and send to them, sir, based on the requirement. So guys, we will give you the format. So, but you are not required to follow exactly the format.
Yeah.
But all the contents outlined in the format should be there when you are submitting the report. Okay.
Okay.
And this one answered. Is the number of word limit? Okay, answered already. And do we incorporate the making of our prototype in the video? Yes.
You can. That would be helpful as well.
Okay, could we get the letter or the PJSK marks? Yes, we will send you the letter, but not now, after the completion of the program. So the final will be on the October. So after the participant, the shortlisted team completed their YIC session and we announced the winners, then only we can apply for PJSK marks. And the ministry will give us official letter saying this competition has been done and it's eligible. The participants are eligible to claim for the PJSK marks. So that letter we will send to all the Malaysian teams. So you have to be alert on the email that you are receiving. Only the shortlisted team can claim the PJSK for international, or all those who submitted proposal eligible to claim as well. Only the shortlisted, all the under 78, because the proposal submission, they did not complete the process of participating in the YIC. Only those who have submitted the invention pitch video and the report will be eligible, and you need to have the certificate with you saying as a proof saying that you have completed the YIC process. Is there certain required structure for what has to be presented in the pitching video?
Hi, Lisa. I think it's also linked to the question earlier, whether the PowerPoint will be shared. I think at this juncture, it is better for Secretariat to share the recorded video and the presentation. All right, I think and it will be shared through email, Juanita.
Yeah, shared through the email and through the Telegram group. There is one specific Telegram group for only for the shortlisted team. So I would request you to join the team, join the Telegram group, So the link has been sent to the registered email. So those emails that registered and submitted the proposal, the official email, we have sent the link as well. So please join the Telegram and also be alert on receiving the email. So I will send it tomorrow itself.
Yep.
Same
Yeah.
question.
Yeah,
the
it's linked to
Telegram
the in the Telegram group. Exactly. So back to Anisa's question, there's no structure, there's no proper structure. You are open to creatively create the video as best as you can within that 5 minutes period. But of course, as mentioned, if you go through the video and the presentation, there are certain items or information that the judges want to see. That's where you get your points, right? Your marks. Okay, I apologize for that. Do we have any more questions? I don't
Any more
think.
questions, team? So another 9 minutes from my understanding, we have to finish our, oh my God, wait. From my understanding, we have to finish our fully prototype to show it in the video, or we still have time to improve the prototype.
Okay, in the video, you should be able to show us a functioning prototype, right? When we talk about the improvement of your prototype, this is something that you can talk about in your report, right? Because as mentioned by myself earlier, when you go through the process of inventing the prototype, putting the prototype in place, you know what your prototype is good for and what its weaknesses are, right? So in the video, you're trying to show us how good your products are and everything. But in your report, so these are future planning, right? So as with a lot of the technological companies today, right? Tesla and whatnot, they produce new products, they put it into the market, they get feedback, and they improve the product further, right? So that's actually what we're trying to see as well in the report, to see if the teams actually have future or a future or a long-term planning of whether you want to improve your prototype or not.
There is one from Korea, I think it's a long one.
Yeah, hi, for our invention, there are multiple components to it. I understand that you mentioned that it has to be fully functioning, but it is okay if only like 3 out of 5 parts work. And for one of them, since we are unable to achieve it, can we represent it with cardboard or drawing? For another, can we use the other electrical parts to stimulate how it works, but it is not the exact way of how it works? Adding on to my previous questions, our invention includes the invention itself as well as an app. Is it okay to include both the app and the invention in the video, right? Yes, it is. You should be able to show both. I am making an assumption that the application is functioning, right? For your case, do write into us to the email, to the secretariat. I will bring it up in the committee for discussion. Yeah.
Okay, Priya, please write it to us. We will get back to you through email. And then there is one, good evening, sir. Our innovation is an app. So how is our prototype supposed to be?
Yes, so you are supposed to show us a functioning app. Right.
So maybe they can do the recording on how your app is working. So
yeah, so like
the video.
true. You can, there's a few ways to show it. Like maybe you can show it, you snapping the video of the what you call this, the phone, right? Let's say you're using a phone for your application, how it functions, the user experience, and does it actually work, or perhaps also the back end of things, maybe, right?
Is there a group photo session at the end of this training? Yes, we can do one. Please wait.
Arisa is asking if there's going to be more sessions in the near future. As mentioned earlier, there will be trainings from today. Today is the first session, all the way into September, right? The next session will be next week on the 30th of July, and it will be conducted by the Chief Judge, Dr. Norain, who will be focusing more on the structure and the marking of the pitch video as well as the proposal, the report writing, right?
Okay, the recording sim, she has just joined. The recording will be provided as well as the presentation slide through email and also through the Telegram group. Hello, if our project requires a fridge, can we size it down and use a card box instead and attaching electronics onto it? Sir?
Yes,
Yes.
no problem. As long as mentioned earlier, as long you can prove to us and show us that it's functioning. That's what's important. Okay. Hi, Chloe. A question on whether the certificate can be used to go into university or work, perhaps. I think we have clarified this because this is a competition, right? That talks about getting getting you ambitious, getting you moving from your idea and getting into prototype. Whether it will help you tremendously, that's something that's debatable, but it should help you in supplementing and informing the university or the workplace you're talking about that these are things that you have done, you've been creative, and these are good characters that you can showcase to them. Yeah.
Will teams that don't make it to the top 30 still given a certificate? Yes,
Yes.
as long as you submit the video and also the report, and we will give you the certificate of participation. About the certificate, will we
receive the certificates for the participant of all who participated?
Yes.
Yes, those as mentioned by the secretary earlier, those who have been shortlisted, gone through the pitch video as well as submitted the pitch video as well as the report writing. Yeah, we should be sending out the certificates to you. Okay. Arisa, from my understanding, the pitch has to have every member talk, correct? Yes. Our invention involved in driving away pests. Do we need to include those animals to prove our invention is working? Yes, please do. When you talk about pests, what pests are you talking about? Is it mosquitoes? Yeah. Is it cockroaches?
Okay, last 2 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
We will
So
end at 7.
maybe just to help Hannah here, what you can probably do, because it's meant to drive away pests, right? So what you can do sometimes to just show that things are functioning right against the pests, maybe you can have the pests inside a canister or a product or a box, right? And when you spray or you include your product, right? You can see the activity of the insects trying to get away from your product. That may be one way for you to justify to us that it is working, right? So these are test trials that you need to do and show us, right? Maybe that's an example I can give to you. Okay, so I think we still have
2 more minutes, sir.
There was a question to do a photo shoot after this also, right?
Oh yeah, let's do the photo shoot.
It's okay. So I'm going out for the last time. Any more questions? If there's no more questions, the photo session. Okay, cool. Oh, one message just came in. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. If it's possible, could you guys put yourself on video? I
But
believe
here, it's showing like 8 pages here, so I need to screenshot one by one, guys. Put
yeah, so be
your
patient.
screen on, then I will do the screenshot one by
Yeah.
one.
So I think this is an additional document that you need to send to them in the email later. Lah.
Yeah,
The
I will
photo shoot.
share. I will share as well. Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, next. 1, 2, 3, smile. People, please on your camera. On your camera, please. My camera not working. No worries. Those who are unable to on, it's okay. No worries. So I just, those who are not, I will just screenshot your name. Okay. Okay. It's 7:01. I think, sir, we can conclude.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time. Hope you have a good evening, a good rest for before school tomorrow. Catch up with you guys soon. And I hope you have fun with the next trainer, Dr. Norai, next week. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, team. So I will send you the link again in the Telegram and via email for the next week judging meeting. Thank you so much, team. Have a good day.